Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cashflow and Coffee. I don't know if anyone is here on the stream right now, but right now it's going to be just me. Jonah is trying to unsuspend his bank account because the feds are after him. I'm just kidding. I don't know what's happening, but he's dealing with some rental stuff. So he should be jumping in here any moment now. But what this is I spend myself and Jonna, we spend the first 45 minutes of the morning to get anything real estate related, all of your questions answered. So I don't know who's in here or not. If you're in here, type a one in the chat, say what's going on, say what's up. I want to talk to you and answer your questions. All right. Let me see. Let me pull up this YouTube channel, see what's going on here. All right, we got a few people in here. You guys got any questions? Jonah, I see Jonah's in the chat. Jonah, are you live on Instagram? I'm assuming, no, you're on the phone, huh? I should probably go live on Instagram. Maybe that's why no one's in here. We got people in here. We got 5 people in here. What are you talking about? Get your questions in here. Start typing in the chat, or else I'm just ending this because I'm not talking to myself for 40 minutes. I'll go live on Instagram, though, and get people in here. There we go.
All right. So I'm going to be like in and out of this, guys. I'm having to evict my tenant in Georgia. And then also because of that, there's not enough money in the bank account to pay the mortgage. So I'm trying to transfer money into the bank account to pay the mortgage. And now they blocked me from doing that. And I'm like, I hate everyone. So I'm on the phone right now. I should also mute this. I'm on the phone right now waiting for them to unblock it. But I thought I'd join in too. So I don't know how annoying that background music is, but I actually need to do it. We got 5 people in here. What's up, Luke? How you doing, bro? Guys, the point of this podcast is to answer your guys' questions. I think there's less people in here too because I've been answering people's questions on Instagram. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna be like, nope, come to the podcast.
You send them here.
All right, yeah.
He's on the phone with the bank.
I don't know if I can do a podcast while on the phone with a bank, but
what's up, Luke? Let's go, baby. Good shit. Are you closing that thing or what? All of you guys on Instagram who are watching right now, head over to Jonah Corchin on YouTube. I put it in the chat there, Jonah Corchin on YouTube. We're doing a live Q&A session here. Any questions that you have on real estate, wholesaling, real estate, anything, come to Jonah Corchin YouTube channel. I'll put it in the chat once again. We'll get your questions answered. I don't know how to pin that. Can I pin this? There we go. Amazing. Luke, tell me about it, bro. Tell me about your lead. How's it going? What can I help with? What are you struggling with? And did you get it with SimpleSend is the big question. Obviously. Hell yeah, I will be. It's the nicest part of the Twin Cities, getting a California check from this one. What are you making on it, bro? What kind of check? Are we talking 100K? I did get it with SimpleSend. Amazing, bro. I would expect you to. I'd be very sad if you told me you didn't. Again, everyone on Instagram who just tuned in, come over to Jonah Corchin's YouTube channel, Jonah Corchin, and we're doing a live Q&A session. Any questions you guys have real estate related, pop them in the chat. I don't know, gotta lock it up. Literally just got off the phone. Okay. Go lock it up, bro. Go lock it up. I don't know where the Twin Cities are. I don't even know what the Twin Cities is. Twin Cities, California. Where is that, Luke? I looked it up. It showed me Galt. I don't even know if that's right. You know? Oh, it's not even in California. I thought you meant it was in California. I was like, Twin Cities doesn't sound familiar, but I know what you mean now. You're getting a big check apparently, like California, Minneapolis, and St. Paul, Minnesota. Got it. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. All right, is this just a chatting session or what? Are we going to answer any questions? We got 10 people in the chat. You're telling me no one has questions? Come on. And of course, I got a coffee cup. It's a friend's coffee cup. I went to where did I go? I went to the Warner Brothers studio yesterday with my mom, and yeah. Good morning, guys. Please elaborate on SimpleSend. I would like to purchase. I'd be happy to. So obviously, me and Jonah, we have built our wholesaling business off of one single platform, which is SimpleSend. So we created a CRM for everyone. We've actually created it for us initially, but we've been able to manage our entire business inside of one platform for acquisitions, dispositions, inventory tracking, agent outreach, buyer outreach, everything you can think of, website hosting. And, we've been able to do it on the one platform. So we thought would be a great idea to provide that out to everyone else. And so as soon as you sign up, you get essentially our entire business template as far as automations, templates, workflows, pipelines, everything that we use in our business, you get as a pre-built template for your wholesaling business. So hopefully that answers your question. That is our CRM. Yeah, go talk to Luke. Luke has been a long time subscriber of SimpleSend. I think he's been seeing a lot of success on it. So, he says he's happy to chat with you about it. So, and other CRMs. Oh, I thought you meant you're using other CRMs. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Is there a setup fee? A $297 setup fee one time, and then it's $147 a month after that. Not that much, honestly. My uncle used to be the accountant for Warner Brothers and Disney. We used to go there all the time in LA. Yeah, it was cool, bro. It was cool. It was my first time being there. It was very fun. It was interesting seeing like how many times they use the same set and they just change it around for different movies. That's like insane. John, what is going on? How long did it take for your first wholesale deal and what was the process like? My first wholesale deal was 4 months in. So I started my first month off doing direct to seller just because that's what you learn on YouTube typically. So after the first month, I saw pretty much zero traction. I mean, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So by month 2, I joined Astro Flipping, which is the mentorship that I'm in with Jamil Damji. And I followed that process essentially exactly, which they teach in the course, obviously agent outreach, but they also teach like the joint venture model, micro flipping. So I started off month 2 just going in on micro flipping. And then 3 months since I joined Astro, that's when I got my deal. And the process was essentially reaching out to people on Facebook groups, following up with other wholesalers, doing cash buyer outreach. And so I focused pretty much on dispositions, just connecting with others in the community and on Facebook and stuff like that, and just helping them sell their deals to my investors. That was pretty much it.
What's up?
Did you get your bank figured out?
Yeah, they got the transfer to go through. So now I can pay the mortgage, and the person the old seller isn't going to be pissed at me that I had a late payment or anything like that. So that's good.
That is good. That's good. Yeah. Jonah,
what are we talking about?
I was asked how long did it take for my first wholesale deal? What was the process like? And so I was just explaining that. Jonah was obviously one of the people I connected with in the community. And so I was dispoing Jonah's deals for a while. I mean, well before we
did like 15 deals or something like that together, I bet. I actually have no idea. I'm just throwing out a number. We did a lot of deals. I forgot how many deals we did before we actually partnered, but I was like, this guy's impressive. This guy gets dispo, and I hate dispo. So let's partner up, right? And that's the story. Is there a setup fee? You probably already answered that stuff. My uncle used to be an accountant for Warner Brothers and Disney. Nice. Awesome. Thanks, Tyler. I wanted to take you first. Back to the Future 2 was shot there. Okay. I don't.
We were talking about. I went to Warner Brothers studio yesterday with my mom and my girlfriend.
Cute. Cool, guys. So if you're on my Instagram, why am I acting like hold on. If you're on my Instagram, come through to YouTube. If you want to be able to ask any question you ever ask about wholesaling real estate, flipping real estate, creative finance, buying homes, whatever you want, come on here. I'll answer the questions. Me and Tyler are answering the questions, me and my business partner. Don't expect me to answer any more questions unless you come on to this live. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going to be like, come to the live. Yes. And if you can't come, sucks to suck. And I'm not answering your question anymore.
You should do what we used to do, which was like put them in the Discord channel and we can look at them live. Because I've talked to a lot of. Huh?
It's still there, dude. I still do that.
Oh, well, I haven't seen you put any questions in there recently. So.
It's still there. It's there are some that are I haven't done it recently. Yeah, I just forget every once in a while. Do you reach your goals? Honestly, last month was very dry. This was actually probably the worst month we've had in a very, very long time. Technically it was 50K, but it felt much less than that because that deal closed at the very end of December and then we got paid at the very beginning of January. So it was a very dry month. It was actually probably the worst month me and Tyler have ever had together. And I have a feeling I know why. And this is something I wanted to talk to you about tonight. I think we have a lot of work with dispositions, obviously. I think our dispositions needs to be improved, which we've already talked about, and we don't need to get into it. But there's other things I need to get into with you on that, which I don't really want to do on the live as much. But yeah, last month was pretty bad, to be honest, Anthony. But it's okay. I'm not worried about it. There's a lot of good stuff coming up for me and my acquisitions manager. So I think it's good. But last month was pretty bad for us. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Jonah, when you started your first year and said it was just you and a VA, what kind of duty was the VA responsible for? He was just kind of responsible for everything I didn't want to do, which is pretty funny, right? It was literally just like everything I didn't really want to do at all, which was like set up the system, generate leads, do my social media. Like literally he would like book plane tickets. He'd set up dates for me in order to make me look cool. I tried that for a little bit, which was pretty funny. Like, can you imagine? Like, it's like, could you imagine you're on a date, right? Or you're getting to know a guy and he's like, all right, Jorge, I need you to make a reservation. Put that in a group chat, you know, let her know you're the big boss.
I have not gone that approach before. But
it's fine, but it's pretty funny. Yeah, just stuff like that. Huh?
Did it work?
No. Cool? Turns out she actually has to like you in the end. You know, it doesn't really matter how people like you are. Turns out when you're just yourself, it works a lot better.
Yeah, who would have thought?
On dating tips. Who would have thought of that? You know, but it was pretty funny for me. I enjoyed the laugh of it. All right. There aren't as many questions. You want to do? I like how we do it where we sometimes just talk about business shit we need to talk about. You want to talk about that real quick? There's just a few things in here. We can talk about some of it.
Sure.
I already talked to you. We already talked about Shaw and Paula and the VA dead leads, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's our taxes going? Is that like happening?
Yeah, I submitted so they sent an email out last week. I submitted like a tax form that they need all this information from us. So I submitted that, and then I sent them an email over the weekend with all of the documents that they need. And pretty much I'm just waiting to hear back. I sent a follow-up email this morning. So we shall see. But yeah, it's going. I'm just making sure that they have all the right stuff. If they need anything.
I'm so literally Start Virtual still hasn't finished my Safe Roots investments. And it's aggravating. I'm like, guys, we're at February 5th.
Really? What the hell? They wrapped up SimpleSend.
I know they did everything else. They've done every other business of ours except my Safe Roots investments, which is super annoying.
That is a bit annoying.
Anyways, all okay. Right. So it's coming along.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been paying attention to Nathan's AI bot? The group chat?
He told me about it, and I saw the group chat, and I'll get back to him. I just wasn't really texting anyone.
I like it. I think it's a cool AI bot. I was texting it, and I'm like, this is actually pretty good, generally. I think it could be really good for making Shaw and Paola's job easier, to be honest. It could literally do all the texting, I think. And also he sent me something where actually it was like a how to set it up yourself, which I don't know how long you want to take on that, but I feel like you could figure that out. I think I sent that to you. If I didn't, then I'll send it to you very soon.
Yeah, you texted it to me.
Guys, if you're asking questions on Instagram, I'm not going to answer. You got to come onto YouTube, right? There is an AI bot that is a friend of ours made. I'm not going to promote it until this affiliate stuff is figured out. But I think it's pretty cool. I wanted to just be a part of SimpleSend, to be honest. I'm wondering like how that would work. But if possible, I'd rather it just be part of SimpleSend.
Yeah. It depends on a few things. I'll check it out. But yeah, it would definitely depend on a few things for sure.
Okay. I'll follow up again tonight on that. Been listening to a book on sales management. And they were just like, I've just been like writing down little things. We're doing pretty good overall, I think. There's just little things like they're like, to be a sales manager effectively, you can't be both a salesperson and a sales manager. I'm like, okay. So eventually we need to get me out of this, right?
Of course.
And then
what are the like reasonings on that? Like why?
It's just impossible to do both. A salesperson is actually supposed to be kind of selfish, make sure they're doing their thing. Well, a sales manager is supposed to be constantly checking in with people, reviewing calls, seeing what's going on under the hood. And I feel like, I mean, honestly, that's been like what you and I have been screwing up the most, I would say, is we're not checking under the hood enough. And like diagnosing problems and reacting quickly to them. This was something I wanted to talk to you about in the sense of like, where, like, and we can talk more about this tonight off of the live, but like, where actually is our problem, right? Like, where is our biggest problems in general? And I don't know if the lead manager is like super necessary right now. And I know you've been hiring for it, but I've been thinking about like, okay, I guess we can have this talk now. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like what's the purpose of a lead manager? I have it in my head. I'm curious what you think though.
The purpose of the lead manager in my head, to put it as simple as possible, is to unclog the pipeline, really.
See, the pipeline isn't that clogged anymore. I actually learned how to, like, Christian, you should look at Christian's stuff if you want. Like, Christian has been like very organized ever since I showed him. It's like, I'm like, here's how I do it. Just do it the way I do it. Like, do it exactly this way. And since he's been doing that, he's been keeping up with it way more. In my head, the lead manager was to overwhelm the system with leads, was to like go crazy with like,
well, that too. It would be that would
leads.
be a result of unclogging the pipeline, which would be now we have someone
Yours
specifically just fucking fully auto leads, bro.
So like, but if you look at me and Christian's leads, we have over 120 leads we're working on right now, right? Some are not going to be for a while. A lot of them are not all of them are hot leads. We have over 120 leads combined, right? So that leaves there only because I want to diagnose the problem of what happened last month. So there can only really be two things at that point. One is either we're not converting right, which you can make the argument, or two, there's problems with dispo, right? My gut tells me it's a lot of dispo. And then in terms of conversion, there's a few things I can work with him on, but he's basically as good as me. Like when I listen to his calls, he's incredibly good at building relationships and he's doing really good at closing, right? And we should be able to make money every single month, no matter what, right? Even with this stuff, right? The lead manager should boost that. But if there are problems with dispo or problems with conversion right now, even if the pipeline is a little bit clogged up, there should never be a donut month, right? So this was something I was going to talk to you about was I'm thinking, and I know you were interviewing a lot. My gut tells me that like right now, hiring the lead managers is actually not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is have them keep like the people updated and informed about what's going on, the people you interviewed and liked, but then not hire anybody and just you fully go into like, okay, I need to become a manager or really manage the dispo process again. And I also need to really just manage the acquisitions process daily, right? Which I've also now been doing. And I think that in and of itself should solve most of our problems. I don't think the lead manager will solve most of our problems. I think that's just going to cost more money right now and it won't solve the main problem. You know what I mean? I don't know how you feel about that. Do you agree?
I see what you're saying, and you make a good point. I agree with you. I think that makes sense.
I just don't think we should hire people right now. And also just, but I've also been slacking on a bunch of things. I need to be more inspiring to my team, right? I don't think I've been inspiring Christian, right? I think I've been like doing a decent job as a manager, but I don't feel like I feel like I'm inspirational once a quarter at that quarterly meeting. And then I got to be inspirational all the time apart from that, right? I think I've been slacking there. So I really feel like you and I just need to focus on being managers more. And that should generate with me and Christian being acquisitions managers. And this, right? We should be able to do it. And then also
facts, Luke. Yeah, we need that, bro.
Team weightlifting session. That would be pretty fun. I don't know if
bro, that is my dream when we have an office. We're gonna have a gym eventually in the office. That would be so fun.
It'd be fun. I don't know how girls would feel about it. Like that's my only concern. I feel
just
like
hire a team of dudes, bro. just
all dudes. We just don't hire women.
Just alpha male. Fucking.
Did you see my text about maternity leave, by the way?
3 months, yeah.
Okay, so we're doing that. You never responded, so I'm assuming we're doing that.
I did respond. I said, yeah. I said, okay. I thought I did. Maybe in my
never
head
said okay. You never responded to me, so I was like, all right.
I did see it. Sorry.
Okay, so we're doing 3 months of maternity leave, paid maternity leave.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think that's solid. I think it's worth it. It sucks, but it's worth it.
Jamil and Pace were just talking about inspiring your employees. He was saying his employees work harder because they know he wakes up at 3 a.m. and they work harder because of it. Okay, well,
yeah, and I think the way to do that is me making content about me working on weekends, and then also me staying in the office for both of us as much as possible. We've been both doing better, which is good. VAs don't make calls. They will be soon for buyers. Yeah, I think this is like the next step. I think it's inspiration and management are our two biggest actual problems, right? With our team right now, we should never have a donut. Lead managers could amplify it, but it should be never a donut month.
So
ever.
You feel like 100% like confident that what you've been doing with Christian is like there's no like he's pretty much just 100% good, like caught up and efficient now. Like there would be
pretty
no
damn good. He's not like 100% efficient. I wouldn't say that, but he's good enough where there should never be a donut month, right? Like you should like, I mean, let's do it right now. You want to just put him on blast? You want to see, you want to look at his pipeline real quick? Let's see. I mean, last time I checked, he was basically caught up. Let's see though. I mean, also weekends are kind of bad because just in general for SimpleSend. He also has a bad habit of putting things like it'll show overdue, but he really just put it for Saturday instead of Monday. But let's see. He's been doing way better, but let's see if so let's first look at his tasks. Christian, don't let me down. He's decently caught up, right? He has like 7 or 8 leads to do today. This means these ones possibly, like, let's look at it. Some of these are like in needs comping, I bet. Let's see though. Or they just didn't answer.
God damn.
Like this, I got to work on him with. It's like, why didn't you just call him? You saw it. Why didn't you call him? So like, there's a few things to work on, but like, it's not destroyed, right? Like he can hit this within a day, right? Mm-hmm. He could call all these people within a day, right? Mm-hmm. And then let's look at his conversations. Let's see. 62 is not bad, especially since he had the whole weekend where people were hitting him up, right? VA should be getting rid of these ones. Oh no, that was Saturday, right? So like a lot of these are from Saturday and Sunday, right? So he's more or less on it now, right? Organization wise, right? After I showed him my system, which I was like, God damn it, I should have shown you this the first day you were hired, right? But like, yeah, like I don't think organization would be the reason. The lead managers, the only reason to hire them at this point would be to like supercharge the leads. But I just don't feel like we have a leads problem. I feel like we have either a conversion problem or a dispo problem. And there's been some things in my head about conversion that could do better. Something I'm going to add that I haven't been doing or I hadn't been teaching that I realize I've been doing is like if they reject my offer to be like, okay, what is their bottom line? To get this done, I do it all. Go to them, be like, what's your bottom line? Give me the bottom line. I'm pretty damn close to 1 point whatever I offered. But like, what's your bottom line? Let's try to make this work, right? Instead of just kind of being like, all right, they didn't accept our offer, sucks, you know? Like, I think we got to fight harder for leads. I think that's been a big thing that even I haven't been doing as much. But I think it's inspiration, fighting for leads, and then our dispo problems, right? Which that's a really long conversation. We could get into that, but women need to lift too. Muscle mass has a direct. It's not about the lifting, Luke. It's about I know what Tyler wants. What Tyler wants is a boys' room. He doesn't just want a gym. He wants to be like, let's fucking go. Give me some fucking lift harder, you dumb. You know, like that's what he wants, right? He doesn't want just everyone casually lifting. He wants to be in there being
It
like,
can be a casual lift too, you know?
Nah, that's not what you want though. You don't want that. Come on. Like, it wouldn't be fun if it was casual lifting. It would be fun if everyone's like, if we let's say we had Luke as an app manager being like, Luke, what are you doing? Why are you being such a I'm not gonna say it online, but you need to raise your goddamn standards, right? Like that was what would make it fun. And I don't know, that's just very masculine energy, right? I don't know how girls would feel about that as much. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just sexist.
Well, the thing that what's his name? Who's that sales trainer? Andy Elliott. So they do it. It's an optional thing for them, and then whoever wants to fucking show up shows up. Most of them show up. Granted, he has dudes on like pretty much his entire team.
They're all dudes.
I'm just saying it can be optional. So if the girls want to show up, they can show up. If not,
I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Jonah, when you mentioned you dislike dispo, what particularly do you dislike it for? For Tyler, what does he like on the dispo side? I just find it so boring and so anxiety creating for me, right? It gives me more anxiety than locking up the deal is selling the deal, because when things go wrong, it gives me a lot of anxiety, right? I don't know. It just does, right? I was kind of traumatized once too, where like I had a showing and I just got cursed out by the seller in front of like 10 buyers. That was traumatizing. So I just was like, this is just not what, like, I'd rather be cold calling and you're cursing me out and then I can hang up versus like being here, being like, I can't hang this up. You are in front of me, really cussing me out. Yeah, this really sucks. I particularly, like yeah, you answer. Yeah, you're part of it.
I like it because it's to me easier. It's more casual. Like I can be more casual with my buyers. It is still sales. There is still a sales process, but it's more like I can be homies with my buyers. I don't feel that with agents personally. I'm sure other people do, but I don't feel it. I like the casual aspect of dispo. Also, I don't have to it's more numbers, not emotional part of it. And I mean, it is a little bit emotional, I guess, but
not really.
Yeah, not really, actually. It's more fucking just numbers. But if you have a good relationship with someone, it makes selling the deal 10 times easier. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I just like it better. It's more more casual.
Yeah. That made me think of something else I want to talk about tonight in regards to dispo. Are you using Cartel mode for your dispo? No, we don't use Investor Lift. I think it could be a good idea to at least try out Investor Lift. I don't know. That's also something I was thinking of talking to you about tonight. I know you don't like it, but I know you were also kind of changing your mind on it. So I'm curious.
Well, then I changed my mind again because I heard people saying like your friends, and then I texted after I texted you a couple of friends that I know that used it, and they said they're not renewing. So I was like, oh, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Who doesn't want that though? I forgot what he was meant by that. Oh, the boys' room. I love the boys' room. It's like I love that. I love that feeling. It's always dope. Like, could you like? It would be funny to have Christian, for instance, me, you, and Christian in there. Just being like, Christian, how you gonna close any deals unless you fucking hit this? Let's go. It'd be really funny, right? But
that would be fun.
Anyway, fun. Yeah, it'd be a good time. I give him 3 options: cash, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. F casual lifts. Jenny, you lived with me, Orlando, the Squad Up Summit. You're her for a month. I don't know, bro. I lift a lot, dude. I don't know. Like, I mean, I bet you lift a lot too, but like, I'm not like a wimp. I've been lifting for a decade now. If it's actually a good deal, it makes it 10 times easier to sell as well. That's also part of it, where it's like, yeah, there are problems with dispo, but in the end, why aren't we getting some home runs, right? At some point, there's like the acquisition should also be able to get deals where it's like, it's so easy to sell. It sells itself, right? So I think it's not just dispo. I think it's also acquisitions too, where I was thinking about this as well, where it's like there should just be some that are just like cakewalks also.
Yeah. And right? Here's the thing with part of our dispo thing that is making our life not easy right now is Like with Dispo, you constantly have to be recycling your list, or not recycling, but renewing your list is the right word, and adding new buyers on, because the buyers that were buying from you a year and a half ago, most of them are not going to be buying from you today. There are, with the exception of a few who have a really sustainable flipping business model and you have great relationships with. But I'd say probably 85 to 90% of the buyers that you had communications with before that were talking about deals or bought from you, there's a lot of those guys I have not heard from. Even when I try to reach out to them consistently or send them deals, they just ignore you because I don't know why. They're either tired of your deals or they're not buying anymore. So you always going to be, and the market changes too. So people will
Tyler,
leave
do you have a plan for what you think needs to happen for our dispo system?
Yeah.
Or should we delve that out?
I have a plan.
Okay. I would love to see the plan.
Okay. It's not like written out. I guess I should write it out, but I'll write it out and we can meet it. We can meet about it tonight.
Yeah. And then like create like end dates of when things are going to happen, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's going to be something we do tonight.
Yeah, bro. We need T-shirts. We need company T-shirts. That's what we should be spending our money on. Company T-shirts.
Boys room in high school pushed my max from 245 to 300 club. Coach pushing you, plus you get a T-shirt. That'd be fun. A setlet T-shirts.
That would be sick.
I just don't feel like like the issue is like that culture. I don't know how women feel about that culture. I don't necessarily want it to just like, I can't imagine Kristen being like, this is where I want to be, you know?
Then maybe she wouldn't be the right person. Who knows?
Maybe it's time to get her the fuck out of the company then if she ain't willing to lift, baby.
Our culture would change. Our culture would see we would have a culture shock right there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that would be crazy. All right. What do you use for Dispo? Where do you find the buyers?
We use SimpleSend, bro. SimpleSend,
baby.
We get our buyers
www.simplesend.com.
Yes, we do that. We get our buyers from tax records, put them into a sheet, and then we use SimpleSend to reach out to them, call them, dispo the deals, and yeah.
Okay, but how do we reach out on tax records? What does that even mean, Tyler?
We go on. You want me to just show you a live thing real quick of just finding a buyer record right now?
Actually, you don't need to do that because I think it's on my YouTube channel. The one you showed me way back in the day. I'm gonna double check that. I'm gonna like try to find it. But I think you remember how I did that? I think I eventually published it.
I have no idea. I'm thinking about the dispo side since I know so many people in SoCal market. I've been mainly AC. What are your thoughts on that, Jonah?
How to get sub 2 leads. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I never published it. Never mind.
All right, we have a few minutes. Let me show you. It takes just a sec.
Okay, share your screen.
I'm getting there. All right, guys. So first thing you need to do is open up a Google Sheet. And that Google Sheet is going to be, I don't know.
That would be pretty fun. It would be pretty fun to just be like, nah, let's just like let's be like a fucking frat without the drinking.
Yeah, bro. It'd be lit.
It would be pretty sick. And then just everyone is a guy at our office.
All right, here's what you do. You create a Google Sheet. These are your headers, right? And then you go to Privy. I'm gonna do this really fast. God damn it. Why? Give me a sec.
Guys, also, I just want to say we got 15 people on this live. I appreciate you all so very much. I appreciate the fact, 16 now, that you are all dedicated to learning, dedicated to making some stuff happen. So yeah, no, I'm just like, thank you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in.
These are the 3 websites you need: Privy or PropStream, whatever you want to use. Open Corporates, True People Search. You go, you search your area, let's say Sacramento, and then you search sold houses, fix and flip, past 6 months, and then zoom in a little bit. It should load. There we go. And then you take a house, you go to the before and after, you find the entity who flipped it, Dowd and Rogers Inc. You go to here and then you freaking log in. Okay, and then you search the name, search the jurisdiction, search the entity, open the entity, find the guy, CFO or the CEO, same guy. And then you go to True People Search, and then you take the address. And there you go. Now you got 2 records. This guy has no phone number, so it's probably this one. And then you take the wireless number, put that thing here, take the company, and all this stuff. And then the house address. And then if there's 3 wireless numbers, I'll take 3 of them. That's why I have phone 1, phone 2, phone 3. And I got it from Privy. And then I just build a list like this of a bunch of buyers, and then I put them into the CRM and text them. There you go.
Boom shakalaka. All right, guys, we're getting there where we got to end this, but I appreciate you guys so much. This week, Scorch the Fears. Who's it with? I don't know who's it with. It's going to be somebody cool, I think. Allison Medina. She's a flipper, so that'll be fun. That'll be this week, 5 p.m. MST. Appreciate you guys for showing up. Tyler, you got anything for the people before we end this?
Stay safe, guys.
Stay safe.
I don't know, dude.
You got to come up with a better catchphrase than that, dude. We'll work on it. All right. All right, guys. See y'all next week.